The heart stops. The room goes silent. But across the world's religions, this may not be the ending. Some traditions speak of silence. Others speak of questioning. And worlds beyond the grave. What if death is a door? And what if every faith has been warning us about what waits behind it? In these beliefs, death is not only an event. It is a record, a measure, a crossing. Tonight we enter the afterlife through the eyes of the world's religions, and every door opens into dread. Breath fading, time breaking, and the living world slipping out of reach. Some call it the soul, some call it consciousness, some call it spirit. Is the next thing darkness or a voice? A tunnel or a trial? A dream or the truth finally opening? Across continents and centuries, humans kept asking the same terrifying question. Does the life we lived follow us? The Quran states with chilling clarity, every soul will taste death, and full reward comes on the day of judgment. In Islam, the grave is not just earth. The Quran speaks of barzakh, a barrier until resurrection. The same passage describes a soul begging to return and do good, but the door back is closed. Nothing is forgotten. Even the smallest weight of good or evil is brought forward. Then comes the awakening. Graves opened, humanity gathered, and every hidden act exposed. Some Islamic traditions describe a crossing over hell, a passage where truth, mercy, and deeds matter. The Quran's warning is not random terror, it is accountability. What we live becomes what we face. The New Testament says it plainly. People are destined to die once, and after that, judgment. Revelation describes the dead standing before opened books, judged by what was written. In Christian imagery, the afterlife becomes separation, life with God or loss beyond recovery. Christian hope says death can be defeated, but first, the soul must stand before truth. Some passages speak not only of fire, but of outer darkness, a place of loss, regret, and no return. Hebrew scripture gives a haunting image. Dust returns to earth, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. Daniel speaks of those sleeping in the dust awakening, some to life, others to lasting shame. Older Hebrew imagery often speaks in shadows, a place of depth, silence, and the unknown beneath life. In Jewish tradition, judgment imagery often returns to memory, names, and the seriousness of how a life is written. The Bhagavad Gita compares death to changing worn-out garments. The body falls, but the soul moves on. The Gita also warns that the state remembered at death can pull the soul toward its next destination. Some Hindu traditions describe Yama, Lord of Death, and terrifying routes where actions meet their results. Death may not end the story. It may turn the wheel again. Birth, desire, action, death, and return. The escape is liberation, moksha, freedom from the cycle that keeps pulling the soul back. The Dhammapada begins with the mind. From impure thought, suffering follows like a wheel behind the ox. In Tibetan Buddhist tradition, consciousness may pass through bardo, an intermediate state filled with visions. The horror is not always outside. Sometimes what appears after death is the mind facing its own patterns. Like other karmic traditions, actions have momentum. Death may become another doorway into becoming, but the final aim is not horror. It is awakening. Freedom from the cycle of fear. Ancient Egyptians imagined a dangerous journey through the Duat. The dead did not simply arrive. They had to pass trials, gates, names, dangers, and judgment. The most famous image, The heart weighed against the feather of Ma'at. If the heart failed, the fear was not only punishment, it was annihilation, a second death. Zoroastrian tradition speaks of the Chinvat Bridge, broad for the righteous, terrifyingly narrow for the wicked. Here, the afterlife is not random. The bridge itself reveals what a person became. A terrifying idea repeats across cultures. After death, the road may be shaped by truth. Sikhi turns the fear back toward life. Live with truth, love, remembrance, and connection with the divine. Many Sikh teachings speak of rebirth and liberation, but the heart of the message is union, not fear. The Bahá'í writings describe the body returning to dust, while the soul continues its journey through spiritual worlds. The terrifying common thread is this: in many traditions, what we do here does not stay here. Every religion opens a different door, but every door asks the same thing: are you ready to cross?